We need to find a way to streamline it, at least in some of these aspects, with cultivation, manufacturing. And that's the thing here, these people coming online, every day there's a new lab. And like you said, everyone says there's not enough. You feel there's too many. I do too, right? There's a new testing lab every week. So it's like, who's going to make it at this point? Instead of how do we expand the cannabis industry?
So I heard a term yesterday for the first time, and it's kind of like expiration date. So cannabis goes on a shelf, there's an ounce sitting there. Does it go bad in a month? Does it go bad in 3? Is it like milk? Because I know why they drop it from $300 to $50. If it's worth nothing at midnight, $50 is better than nothing.
Well, I think it depends how it's grown, how it's cured, and what is the product. Like a distillate oil or a vape cartridge is going to have a longer shelf life than the flower for sure. And I think if you look at indoor versus outdoor, you're going to see that shelf life vary quite a bit. You know what, we still...
So there is such a thing?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure it'll still be effective, but whether desirable to consume, that's another story.
That's why she needs an app.
Yeah, I don't really want an old cookie either. I guess I would add on there that there is a limitation already set forth with that the COA or compliance testing of the lab is valid for 1 year. After that year, if it was still, hadn't been sold, then it would have to go back for retesting.
Yeah, old medicines, the same kind of thing. A pill has a expiration date. It's in the years, but medicine cabinets are full of them all over the country, and I don't think it goes down to 0 in that last day.
I agree.
How about home testing kit?
Home testing kit?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
I
10 minutes, you know what
things
you
out
got.
there, yeah, but I don't know how good that would work.
If you were to tour these testing labs, the equipment is so expensive and so advanced. These HPLCs and the GS, the mass specs.
Yeah,
I mean, they're like
$3,500,000.
Yeah, $500,000, just entry level machine.
But they won't always be. Innovation will drive that down. I mean, I can remember when a megabyte of memory cost almost $1 million, and now it's not even a dime.
I would.
Good
While
point.
that might be true, the equipment that we're using isn't new equipment. This is stuff that has been used in all other aspects of science.
And the banking side also, remember, I think there's going to be a pressure point at some point, because just think about it. You're going to go make $2 million deposit. You're going to go take it down to Wells Fargo down the street that's giving you an FDIC guarantee of $250,000 on that $2 million deposit. You're going to make those kind of deposits all the time. I don't see that occurring. I don't see a flood of money, because I don't see these guys trusting the banking system for years to come. They need bankability. They need to be able to write checks. They need to be able to put checks or put cash into a bank and write checks for payroll and for all their supplies, etc., their cost of goods sold. But at some point, there's a point at which you're going to really do that. I don't see that.
Yeah, even if once, and I've gone through about 5 banks in the past year and a half, and then when they close you down, you wait to get your money out, and then you get a check for $3 million. Like, where do you go with that check?
Exactly.
Where they're going to go, oh yeah, over here, without looking in.
Palm Desert, my house.
Yeah, right? So, it's been a really big problem. It really has.
That's good. So opening up borders to states opens up competition from the farm belt that can grow this stuff outdoors, and it rains, and their power costs are about 4 cents a kilowatt hour. How do you compete with that?
Well, I think the farm bill's being misbought a little bit. I actually believe that the outdoor growing of hemp nationwide is going to be part of the cleanup of the illegal outdoor cannabis grows, because hemp growing outdoors near a cannabis grow is going to destroy that crop. It hermaphrodites the plant. So the outdoor grows are going to be greatly affected by the farm bill and the growth of hemp. So I think that's going to go away. If you're a hoop house and you're near a new hemp farm, you won't be for long No different than the big, Monsanto and, the bad guys used to plant their genetically controlled and patented corn next to an organic guy's corn, and the organic guy's corn tests positive, and the next thing you know, they're losing their whole crop because it's actually, their crop.
The
So
bees
they-
did that.
Exactly. So I think there's going to be some shakeouts that people aren't expecting.
So what you're saying is that there won't be any outdoor grows because the hemp is like the old cur dog in the poodle factory.
I believe all the
Won't
CBD
be
market's
any
going to be all outdoor based on the farm bill, and I think the THC market is going to go all indoor cultivation.
Indoor does sell for more money per pound than outdoor does.
And you can control the environment completely, so your product can be more consistent. There's a lot of, but with that being said, there's
some great out to meet the volumes. I would be shocked if the California market is only 2 million pounds, to be honest with you.
That's the legal market right now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Not accounting for the guy on the street corner.
And keep in mind, the markets are in their infancy and development as well. We're not producing the CBD that it needs to be produced. We're not producing all the THC tinctures that are going to need to be produced. We haven't even started down the road of some of the medical breakthroughs that are here already, just haven't been implemented and introduced. So from our perspective, and maybe it's rich, full, or hopeful feelings, that there's markets are so in their infancy right now that there is tons of room on the upside. Key is spending your money wisely and cooperating to survive what is going to be likely a dramatic run and a dramatic crash.
A shakeout is what it's called.
You got it.
Yeah, with those numbers, right now, it seems like there's a shortage. My company does a lot of wholesale, and we cannot supply enough by any means. So when I hear that statistic, it's hard to believe. Anything that's
I agree.
So maybe some of it's Mountain Dew, some of it's Coke, some of it's water, and certain products will have a shortage and others will have a glut at any given time.
right. But for sure, flour is definitely seems to be a shortage right now.
Yes. So let's turn to Erica, who has the opposite situation. There's way more demand for testing right now than there is your ability to supply. So how are you going to grow into this?
So we often hear that there aren't enough testing labs, and we beg to differ. It's more of an issue of capacity and building out a facility that can handle the upcoming demand. So for ourselves, when we started out the beginning of 2018 and moving into our own independent lab, we started as an in-house production for organic labs, for those who are familiar with that brand. And our thought was, well, we want to be able to service everybody if they wanted us. So we got a large enough space in Santa Rosa, and we have multiples of all of our equipment, because if you have this much pressure from clients that are wanting to be able to turn the product around quickly, they can't handle the risk if one of your pieces of equipment go down. So with that in mind, we have backups to the backups, and we have ample space. Of course, there's the geographical limitations of being in Santa Rosa, hence we need to move into other areas of the state as well, just so that we're closer and can facilitate pickups easier. But for us, it doesn't seem to be the number of labs, but rather what are the capabilities of the labs that are already there.
Do you think the labs need to be at the source, or is there going to be an app and a way to send data from Kenny up to you in Santa Rosa, and in about 35 seconds later, his crop is certified and ready to go? Is that the future?
I don't think that's the future.
Well, it should be.
I mean, we can do things quick, not within seconds. So like many labs, they service the whole state through a courier system, and we can do that as well right now. But especially for people who are manufacturing and developing products, they want a lab that's nearby, because you're trying to do all of this testing as you're formulating your new beverage or tincture or whatever that is. So there is a convenience factor of being closer, hence happy to announce we're going to be opening up a lab in Desert Hot Springs. So we will be here by the end of the year, and that will help facilitate working with our clients down in Southern California a lot easier.
You'll be able to work with people in Coachella in the east end of Desert Hot Springs.
Yes, yes.
All right, good answer. Given who's sponsoring. Great. So to the next piece of the puzzle, it's if you're going